missing a book.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to No Collar Entertainment. This is Matt.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry, baby.
Well, my count might be off. I'm going off the numbers and not actual count here. So let me finish doing that first, and then I can go from there.
Okay.
So.
And we're playing Madden.
Woo.
So some things have happened, and this is where the off season gets super interesting. And Kyle's here. Hey, Kyle. Any chance you want to jump in a party while we try to figure out this mess? This absolute dog shit mess. If you do, let me know. I think it would be fun while we do some other things. Alright, so yeah, that is good. Alright, I think he just invited me. Oh, yep, there he is.
Didn't I just have a 13?
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Man, I am going in on them. So for everyone at home...
Zach and Donnie really can't vote. I don't think Bonus can because you two are in the same division.
Yeah, Zach, Snoop, and Boznos can't vote, so only it's down to Gut and AZ. And this is what's driving me nuts. So for those at home, our trade was preliminarily declined. And as soon as I heard that, I grabbed every single commish and pulled them into a chat. Because again, this is my first official trade in this league.
Is it really?
Yeah. So how I'm explaining it to them anyway is how do I break it down? So I was like, so if you look at it like Rondell and a first for Will Anderson, you would accept that trade, right?
Is that what you're asking them or you're asking me?
Oh, I'm asking you.
Oh, well, I thought you were explaining it to how you explained it to them. My bad.
No, I am too. But you would take that, right?
Yeah? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
What was it?
Rondale and a first for Will Anderson.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so you'd accept that trade, and then Buda Baker and a fourth for the two receivers, the 5 and the 7.
I feel like that would go through.
So if I have two trades that will go through, how come the package isn't?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is one giant package of two trades.
So they just messaged me, we have an answer.
Uh-oh.
All right, they said drop your third round pick, but there's no third round pick in the trade.
My third, I think.
No, it's fourth. You don't have a third. Do you have a third?
I have your third. I'm offering you fourth.
Oh! I get what tipped the scales now. So when I was talking to him, I wasn't even including the third. I was like, okay, that's what I was missing. So yeah, okay, if we drop the third round pick, we're good.
So everything but your third is going through.
Yes.
Okay. Do I want to send it or you want me to?
Send it to the review. I think we're good to actually trade, though.
Well, I can just edit it and drop that third.
So yeah, it's the same trade except I'm not getting my third round pick back.
Aww.
Which, honestly, I can live without because I'm actually terrible at drafting in the later rounds, so that's not bad.
Snoop just messaged me. He said, I'm dropping my third trade to go.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm good with that.
I'm sending it your way, so
All
don't do
right.
anything.
Send it on over. And then we can jump into what happened at Advance. Holy shit.
This took longer than it needed to.
Dude, and then Jonathan Taylor scared the shit out of me. Did you see me in the chat?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's like QB money.
Dude, well, because when you see salary, wouldn't you think that's yearly what he's getting paid?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 37.5 times 5 is 185 million. Like, what? But, alright, whatever. I guess it's not. I guess somehow he was able to knock it down. Let's go. Alright, we are good. We officially have an approval. Let's go. You're sending it, you said?
And I got freed up to about 18 million, so...
Right on. Right on.
I
have no clue what I'm about to drop to.
You're going up to 34.
Really? I'm only dropping 12 mil?
Yeah, because Will Anderson's only 7.8, Mechie's 2.2, and Nico's 1.5 mil.
Oh shit! I guess that would be right. Wow.
They're also taking on 20.7 million just in Buda and Rondell together. So
let's go.
There
it is.
Have it.
Here we go. All right, so Will Anderson, John Mechie, Nico Collins, a 5th and a 7th for Buda, Rondale, a 1st and a 4th. I'm good with it. Except...
Here we go.
Bang! My salary cap just tanked, so it must have went through.
That thing went up, so...
I'm at 11 million now, so I don't have much more I can do.
But I gotta have my depth chart here.
Let's look at my new roster here. There he is, Rondell Moore. Welcome to Houston.
Elijah Garcia, I don't need you at right end. Will Anderson, where you should have been.
I don't necessarily against.
And dude, I don't want it to sound like I actually just got Christian Wilkins out of fucking free agency, so I just replaced Will Anderson with an 89 overall.
He's gonna get his ass.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I scouted a safety now, just in case.
Ooh, and I got Deion Jones, 90 speed, middle linebacker. Let's go. Oh, we coming this year.
I hope so, baby. I hope. You've worked really hard to get this done. I worry. I do.
Oh, you have concerns, do you?
I do.
Okay.
Not necessarily because I think any of the trades you're making aren't necessarily good ideas. I think they are. Your division is fucking stacked.
Oh, it is. It's a tough division.
2, I'm actually kind of glad you didn't get Jonathan Taylor, because all you need is for you to get him, and then him go down.
Well, and that's the thing, is if I would have gotten Jonathan Taylor, I could have never made this trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a million years. And Tony Pollard.
How is your defense still looking?
My defense looks much better, actually.
Is it? Okay.
And that's where a majority of my draft's gonna go.
Okay.
So
I did put Derrick Henry too.
It's gonna be interesting.
You did what?
I ended up with Derrick Henry.
Oh, you got King Henry? Right
Yeah.
on, brother. Congratulations. I got Tony Pollard. So.
Yeah, seeing that.
Oh,
Because I know when I was going in the bidding war. All I had bid was Don or Snoop.
Oh, for the Henry?
Yeah.
Right on. Congrats. This team looks much better. You got Tunzel, Buda, Pollard, Christian Wilkins, Damian Pierce, Shaq Mason. Still got Jimmy Ward out here. Rondale Moore. Oh, yeah, this team's looking much better now.
My defense is going to look better now with Willie Boy.
Yeah, right on. All right, well, I am going to jump into my stream, but it was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
I know.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Are we
That's good.
Streaming?
All right.
Are we not streaming? We are streaming, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're jumping to the stream like, hey, man, aren't we already streaming?
No, yeah, we are already streaming, but now I'm going to do the stream like it was supposed to be done. We just had to see the ending drama of our trade. All right, so a lot of things have changed now on the Texans. I am now an 81 overall across the board when I was an 80, 79, and a 79. So, overall, upgrades. So, free agency has worked like this. So if we look at our signings, we ended up getting Tony Pollard. So we will be running Tony Pollard and Dameon Pierce in our backfield, which should be super fun. Tony Pollard will run the shotgun and third down offense, and Dameon Pierce will be our first and second down back and our power formation back. So we will run that two-headed monster and see what we can do with it. Christian Wilkins will slide into Will Anderson's place as our new defensive end. Obviously, 6 years older, but he is an 87 overall, so he should fit in nicely into that role while I look for Will Anderson's replacement. And then Deion Jones. I have been a fan of Deion Jones for a very long time. I was in a franchise 6 years ago with the Falcons, and Deion Jones was the love of my life. So it's nice to have him for a year or two. He is... Oh, sorry, baby. He is an 89 speed linebacker, so he will get the job done with 90 acceleration. He will be my user for the upcoming season. And then we got an outside linebacker to replace the 69 overall that I have, who is an 88 speed with 92 acceleration. So we have linebackers now. We are pretty much good in free agency wise. I am going to double check and see if there's anyone for depth that I might like to have. I only have 11 million in cap room though, so I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything.
I would save it, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just making sure there's like nothing else that like would just help with that. Like Khalil Mack on a 1-year contract, put him on the defensive line. Maybe.
Yeah, I know, I get that, and I like Khalil. I was just gonna say, like, if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it.
No, and that's the thing, is I'm looking for specific... Adrian Amos is a Colt!
Good for him.
Whoop whoop. For the shoe. Fuck, I face the Colts twice a year.
Have fun with that.
Son of a bitch! If he picks me off this year, I'm gonna be so mad.
Don't worry, baby. He's only a 73 overall, after all. How bad could it be?
No, he's an 82 overall.
What was the 73 for?
No, he had like 73 like zone coverage or something like that. But that's the thing, is I'm not looking for anything like, oh my god, I need to have this. Just something for depth. Depth is always a good thing to have. Clowney wouldn't be bad for a year. But honestly, if I'm going to go defensive end for a year, I should probably go for Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Mack, and then that'll be it for me. And it really depends, because if I have to fight for him, I'm really not even going to bother. Yeah, he's still solid. He still has the strength. He still has... Does he have the block shedding still? Because this is, again, 1 year. He has tackling. He does have the block shedding. He's decent for a year. For a year. So 1 year.
Are you hungry?
Oh, Jesus Christ. They are like, ugh.
What?
You want stupid money. Like, no. We'll go 1 million signing bonus. And then I'll give you 7 million for the year. And you think that's a weak offer. So, but no one else is going for it, so I'll at least throw it out there.
Are you hungry?
A little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna try and find something to make this easy. I was planning on making something else, but obviously I got bogged down with work.
That's fine. Don't worry about it, baby. I'll figure something out. PB&J.
I don't need bread. Do I have bread? I thought I bought some bread. Let me see. I bought some bread.
Hey, well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the stream today, as free agency is pretty much done for us after the blockbuster trade. Because that pretty much ended anything I wanted. But let me post my gifts. First, Rondale Moore. Oh, he's a Boilermaker, too.
Who?
Rondale Moore, the receiver I just got.
Oh, right on.
Let's go. Boiler up.
Yep. I don't think the box is here. I'm actually not even done, but I'm done enough. I can't with this. I will wake up early and do more, but I will do it at the school. So if you can still take the boxes out before you go to bed.
Yeah, just line them up. I'll get them.
Okay. I'm sorry, baby. I tried
you're
to
fine.
before you got home.
No, you're fine. I'll do it later.
Okay.
Who else? Oh, Buddha Baker.
Hey, Ripley. What are you staring at, cat? Yeah, I'll start leaving your
right.
down here.
So those are so I wanted to show you guys how to scout in Madden 24. I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't know and don't really look at, or don't know how to look at it as deeply as maybe some other people. So I just wanted to show you what I look for and what I'm kind of going for when it comes to drafting. And honestly, I don't even look at players until the combine's out. Because the combine tells you so much about a player, especially their physicals that are a lot harder to change. So the combine is way too important. So here's what you need to look at. Alright. So, what you want to look for, let's start with receivers, because we're going to need one more receiver. So we are going to look at that. So, first of all, Madden, for God's sakes, if I get it... Well, wait. Oh!
What?
A feature I was going to ask Madden for on the stream and rip them apart for is actually here now.
Holy shit. Well, there's no receipts. They actually just, you guys asked.
So, for the longest time, you were never ever able to pull up a player's card for their scouting and then just switch to the next player. You had to back out of the screen, scroll down, and then press X to open the next player's card. And that adds 15 seconds to each pick that you're looking at. So if you want to go through an entire fucking draft, it'll take hours. They finally made it to where you press one button and it goes to the next fucking player.
Oh, look at that. Them being able to do basic, simple shit.
Right? In 2023. Alright, anyway, so Marvin Harrison, obviously, he's a want. But they still fucked up. God damn it, Madden.
They give it one hand, take with the other.
So we can switch between the players, but I can't favorite them on this screen.
What? Why?
Which I guess can make it easier to at least look through them, but I still have to back out and favorite them and then go back in.
Wow.
So anyway,
Never mind.
maybe that'll be the next thing man decides to catch on to. But anyway, so Marvin Harrison, let's start with the 40-yard dash. On the 40-yard dash, the key number, the absolute number one number you want to know for the 40-yard dash is 4.49. Well, why is that, Matt? Well, I'd be happy to tell you, baby. 4.49 is equal to 90 speed. So if they are less than 4.49, they have over 90 speed. If they're higher than 4.49, they have less than 90 speed. So on a receiver, we're not even going to look twice at anyone that isn't 4.49 or higher. When it comes to the bench press, this is more for linemen. And actually, let's go to the 3-cone, because since we're on receivers. The 3-cone and the shuttle actually get mixed together. Okay? So, or they don't this year, apparently. Never mind. So we just look at the 3-cone. 3-cone drill for acceleration and agility. You want, the key number there is 6.88. 6.88 is 90 acceleration or agility. So you want it to be lower than that if possible. Then we have on the 3-cone as well, or the 20-yard shuttle, which tells us change of direction and agility. So again, the mix of 3-cone and shuttle tells us agility. So if they're both good, then you're good. So the key there for change of direction is, again, 90 is the magic number for overall. So that would be 4.13. So you want it less than that. When it comes to the jump rating, you got to look at your vertical. And what you're looking for there to get 90 is 38 to 40 inches. If they're within 38 to 40, you're good. You got 90. Which, again, he has. Marvin Harrison is hitting all of these boxes, by the way. I freaking want him, but I'm not going to get him. And I know I'm not going to get him, but it is what it is. Then when it comes to the bench press, again, 90 is our magic number. So the average bench press is 35.8. So 36 and up, you have 90 plus strength. So that's what you want to look for there. Obviously, he's a receiver, so his is going to be pretty trash. From the chart, he's going to be under 80 strength. So Marvin Harris is not exactly a strong guy. That's apparently what we're looking at. So that's how you kind of break down these scores. So with that, let's go through our positional needs, and let's get a list made. So Marvin Harrison's already on the list. Absolutely. If he drops to me, that is my number one pick. Absolutely. I don't care who knows it, because if you don't take him by pick 17, you're an idiot. You're all idiots. So next one is Emeka Egbuka. He has the magic 4.49 and 4.44. So he's probably a 91, 92 speed. He's got the 3-cone's a little higher than I want it. It's the shuttle's a little higher than I want it. So he is actually not going to make the list. And there's another problem. So it's going to refresh the fucking list every time. So I want to scroll down to who I'm looking for. Ugh! Alright. Madden, you're frustrating. Here's a fast guy, Xavier Worthy. Okay, no strength whatsoever, but we can work with that. I'm looking for a slot guy. Because honestly, Tank Dell and Rondale Moore should be my top 2 receivers for the length of this series. So I really just need a slot guy. A slot guy that I can run with, and I'll never have to touch receivers again. So, with that being said, this guy has a speed. The 3-cone drill, I forgot it already. 3-cone drill is, by the way, I am looking at the maddenschool.com. You can see this kind of stuff. This is where I found this stuff. Because one year I wondered, like, what do these grades mean? I don't know how to actually look. And I looked it up and I found this list, and it's been my Bible ever since when it comes to scouting players on Madden. So the 3-cone is 6.73, 6.78. So we're looking 92 plus agility. That's good. That's very good. And then the change of direction is 4.11. So we're looking 90 there. So Worthy is definitely on my list. So let's go ahead and favorite him. And when you favorite these players, they go onto your draft board. And when they go onto your draft board, that is who the computer drafts if you miss a pick. Or in this case, since the draft is going on tomorrow night, and I may not be home for the beginning of it, my lovely wife may be drafting. And I will direct her to my draft board to help her draft for me.
Yay.
She's super excited about it. She told me earlier that it's all she's ever wanted to do in her life. I'm actually fulfilling her lifelong dream at the ripe young age of 21. So she's just very happy with me right now. So let's look at Rome Adunze. He's too slow. Right off the bat, 40-yard dash, over 4.49. I'm not interested. Told you I'm super, 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 super picky with my wide receivers. This guy is not as slow, but he's not fast enough for me. So let's move on to Johnny Wilson. His speed's franklin. Next one, Troy Franklin. No, not going to work. Singer is pretty quick. He's going to be decent. He has a little bit of strength. His shuttle and 3-cone times are kind of there. So I'll look at Singer. I will look at Singer. Sing it for the boys.
I feel okay with having chicken and rice basically 3 days in a row. Because it's going to be lunch tomorrow, too.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, good.
And then the screen freezes. Mother. I love Madden.
But why?
It's a great game.
But why?
Because it loves me back.
But it doesn't.
I know! Alright, way too slow for McMillan. Jacob Cowing. A little too slow for me. Ho! Hello, Mario Williams, the receiver, not the defensive end. 4.37 40. He's got the shuttle. He's got the cone. Mario Williams is going on the draft board. Let's go. So 83 of these guys I feel like I'd be all right with. And that's good because that means I can wait necessarily. Because I mean we're in potential undrafted territory, so we're gonna call it there receivers. But yeah, that's dope. So we got 4 receivers to look at. One is a top 5, but we're not gonna get him. We're not gonna get him. It's just not gonna happen. I can look at him all I want, but I'm not gonna get him. But Worthy, Singer, and Williams all seem like guys that we can run with. Worthy and Williams are actually probably my top 2. But of course, Williams needs a lot of work. Whereas Worthy, I could probably make decent pretty quickly. Singer doesn't really have catching traffic, which for short routes isn't the greatest. So he's not high on my list. So Worthy and Williams will probably be my top 2. But let's see what else is out there. I need to make sure my list is clean too. Yeah, because I still have a lot of guys in here. So let me break it down a little bit because now we're talking like real shit. So a lot of these guys will get added back on, but we're gonna go piece by piece here. So wide receivers, we're good. We have a running back for the next 3 years. We have another running back right behind him. So honestly, don't need to touch running back. We have our franchise quarterback. Don't need it. So we're not going to bother. Oh, this is just favorites. So let me get back to all regions. And let's look at tight ends. We do have a need for tight ends. So let's see. Now, tight ends, I'll give a little bit on speed. I want 88 plus. That'd be nice. So let's look at what 88 plus is on the speed chart here again. Shout out to maddenschool.com. I guess I would go 86. 4.6 speed at worst. So 4.66. 4.66 is what we're looking at. But that's the thing is we have one here that looks to me like he is 90 freaking speed. So Brock Bowers going on the list. Jatavion Sanders. 4.62, which again I said my limit was 4.66, so he's going to be a little faster than that. Not bad there. He's got a little bit of strength to him. How is he on everything else? He's got good awareness, which is always a good sign. Good catching traffic, good impact blocking, good run blocking. So yeah, I mean, he's a guy. He's a guy to look at. So Jatavion Sanders is going on the list. Then we have, oh god, I'm going to butcher some of these. Orndi Gadsden the second. 4.59. So he's in the realm. He does lack in strength, but he does have some decent agility and change of direction. So we got to look at the other things. We have good medium route. We have bad blocking, though. Here's the thing. I'm running a 2 running back offense at this point. So that being said, I need blocking. So Aronde is not going to make the cut, unfortunately. Cade Stovar. Let's take a look at this. 4.64. So he has the speed that I would look for. He's going to sit right at that 86 range. He has strength. He's the 3rd strongest tight end on the combine. And he's got decent fundamentals. So, good awareness, good break tackle. He might be a guy. He looks like a guy. Run block finesse is an A. He's got pretty big range on blocking, but not bad enough for me to not look at him. So, Cade Stovar, you just made the list! Jaheim Bell from Florida State. Let's take a look at him. He is 4.55, 4.48. So top 3 tight ends in speed. Already a good start. He's the biggest jumper. And he has decent agility. So in that case, Jaheim Bell, you just made the list! I'm already down to the 4th round in tight ends. Ooh, A blocking here. Brevin Spanford. Little slow for my taste, but what is that exactly? 4.87. Ugh. That's sub 80 speed. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. I won't go under 80. That's not happening. I think we're going to call it there for tight ends. That's not a bad list. It's not a bad list. We're leaving an offensive line alone, and we can use some defensive ends. So let's take a look here. This is really going to be speed, and then it's going to be strength and the fundamentals. So speed-wise, I like to be 85 or better. Excuse me. All right, so that is 4.68. 4.68 is what we're looking for there. 4.68 and strength-wise, if I can get there we go. Strength-wise, I'd like to be pretty good. So let's say 86. And that would have to be 32 or more. Okay. So 32 or more, or 4.68. So here we go. Jared is right there in speed. He doesn't quite have the strength I want. His great acceleration, great change of direction, and it is solid strength according to the combine. He does have A block shedding, A play recognition. That's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna put him on the list because he's decent. JT. I'm just gonna say JT because I cannot pronounce that last name. He is the fastest defensive end. He does have some strength to him. His skills are what need work, honestly. His block shedding's not quite there, but don't die, please. His play recognition and everything else can use work, but we can work on that throughout the drills. So, JT, you just made the list. I know this is super exciting for you guys. I love this stuff. He's way too slow. Yabi Okoye. I'm so used to the crappy version of Madden, crappier version of Madden, that
there we go.
I still am backing out of the screen when I don't have to now. Andrew Cobb, nope, not quite fast enough. Eubanks, not quite fast enough. Because here's the thing, we got outran way too much this year. We need some freaking speed on this team. And that's it. That's it for left ends. Okay. So we and right ends can move to left end, so I'm not too worried about that. So Chop Robinson, who we were looking at first, he does hit that. He hits strength. Defensive end with the strength I want. But blockchain A, play recognition A, pursuit A, tackle A. Needs some help on his awareness, but we can work on that in the drills. Chop Robinson, you just made the list!
What's that from?
Huh?
What is that from?
Chris Jericho.
Of course it is.
Alright. Next guy, a little too slow for me. Remember, 4.66 is what we're looking for. Holy shit. How is this guy, how are the guys with the hardest names going to be the ones I'm looking for? Baby, I'm going to need your help with this name whenever you get back in here.
Alright, give me a second.
But decent speed, decent strength, decent agility. Change direction is good, speed's good, solid strength, great acceleration. Skill-wise, oh yeah. Good tackle, good play recognition, good blockchain. This is someone I can build over a year or two and make worth it. Holy God, baby.
What's up?
What did you do with this chicken?
I marinated it.
More of that, please.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's delicious. Excuse me, guys. Matt Snacks, brought to you by Chicken and Rice. So, made by Ari. So I'm just going to attempt it since Ari's not back in here yet.
What's the ethnicity or etymology or whatever?
Maybe Hawaiian?
Oh, shit. Latu? Oh, his first name.
Oh, yeah, I could do the last name.
Leatu?
Leatu. Latu. And if that's wrong, it's my wife's fault. All right.
Laiatu?
Laiatu. I like Laiatu. We'll go with that. Sorry if we mispronounced it. Brandon Dorius. That's easier. Too slow. Braylon Trice. Too slow. Princely Umanmilen. I'm terrible, I know. Not really. No, not seeing it. Shamar. Ooh, here we go. Good stuff. Finesse moves, awareness, play recognition is okay. We can work on that. These are all things we can work on. Yeah, Chico Bennett. You just made the list! And that pretty much covers the defensive end, so I'm just going to run it with that. Do we need a defensive tackle? Yep. We have one active. That's not going to cut it. So, defensive tackles, I'm much more forgiving on it, especially when it comes to speed. So, strength-wise, I want 90 plus. So, that is Again, over 36 bench press. That's actually going to be our top stat that we're looking at is the bench press, and we want it to be over 36. When it comes to speed, I'd like it to be close to 80, but I know that's kind of crazy for a defensive tackle. So I'm going to look more 78 plus. So 488 is our cutoff there. Well, actually, I mean, for defensive tackle, let's do this. Before we get into the defensive tackles, let's do this. Because we got to be smart about this. If I were to get a Fletcher Cox. So basically, let's look at, if we can look at the entire NFL, we can. Defensive tackles. And let's see what the top ones look like. Aaron Donald's obviously a freak, and he has 80 speed. Okay? The rest of them, top guys, 73, 71, 71, 78, 72, 72, 68, 61, 83, 76, 76. Okay, so 75 plus, speed really doesn't fucking matter. So we're going to go 75 plus on speed, which is the lowest value they have here, which is 494. So if they're sub 5, I'm okay with them. That's what we're going to go with. And then, like I said, over 36 bench press. That's what we're looking for. So, sub 5, got that. Doesn't have the bench press out. Next. Nope. Remember, guys, bench press first. Bench press first. Damn. There ain't a single strong motherfucker in this fucking draft. The hell? Not one. Not a one. There we go. There's one. Tavondre Sweat. Good block shedding. Good. Holy hell. Yeah, not bad. All right. So Devondre Smith or Sweat from Texas. You just made the list. Next. Nope. Damn. 36. There we go. But not sub 5. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Move on. There we go. Kind of sub 5. Not really, though. But he's the second strongest in the class. Gabe Hall. Power moves, of course. Someone to maybe look at. Gabe Hall. Alright, Gabe Hall, you made the list, but you don't get the excitement that everyone else got. Yeah, we're on day 3 already, so defensive tackles are kind of weak this year. And there's the strongest one. Tim Smith, not sub 5, but he's the strongest one in the class, which I really like that. So Tim Smith is going to make the list, and we're going to call it on defensive tackles. That's kind of depressing. All right. We are actually going to run with the linebackers we have. What did Kool-Aid do at the... Because, again, I just love his name. Oh, he's fast. Super fast. Super quick. Oh, Kool-Aid's going to get looked at. You just made... Kool-Aid McKinstry! You just made the list! From Alabama, of course. Let's see who else we got. Because I wouldn't mind a corner. It's not my top priority. So it has to be really sexy for me to do that. That's not bad. press. Zone coverage is good. Yeah, I kind of like him. So, Jason Marshall Jr. You just made the list! Then you got Denzel Burke. I think it's from Ohio State, but I might be wrong. A lot of people probably just screamed it. No, he is. He's a Buckeye. I was right. Ha! Go figure. And he's got just about everything I'm looking for there. He's got the speed where I want it. And now you look at skills. Man coverage is an A. Zone coverage is a B. That alone, if you got A and B in both coverages, or 2 A's or 2 B's, if you are B plus in both coverages, put him on your list. That he needs to go on your list. So Denzel Burke, you just made the list. Is that annoying yet?
It's getting there.
Okay. Getting closer.
Yeah.
Chris Abrams Drain. Doesn't have everything I want, but he did post the fastest 40 time on his college pro day. He was 4th fastest on that. That's loud.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Man coverage is good. Zone coverage can use some work, but that's something we can work with. Honestly, getting someone like that this late, I would be okay with. He's a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I wouldn't mind looking at that. If he's there in like the 4th, I might grab him. 4.39. That's Nate Wiggins. He's definitely got the speed I want. He's got elite jumping. His coverage could use some work, it looks like. That's a hell of a range, B to D. But his press is good. So this is something we can work on. Nate Wiggins.
I have a question.
You just made the list! Yes.
When you have somebody, I hear about this happening all the time, especially in defensive positions, occasionally in, offensive positions where you might train, you might have assigned to one position, but then at some point you get on a team and they're like, we're going to switch you to this. So you might play left guard and now we're going to put you to right guard. Or left. Like, can you do that in Madden?
Yes. With certain positions.
Okay.
Based on the rules of the league. Defensive ends can switch. If they're right end, I can make them a left end. If they're a left end, I can make them right end. No restrictions. If I want to, I can make them a defensive tackle. Defensive line can go all across the defensive line. They can also go to linebacker. But, for example, some of the restrictions I'm talking about, a receiver cannot go to tight end.
Okay.
Because most receivers are going to be 90-plus speed. And if you put a 90-plus speed player, based on how the defenses matches up on the computer, your 90-speed receiver or tight end is going to be facing an 85-speed linebacker.
Never gonna make
so it creates a unfair advantage.
Right.
So that's one of those things. So unless a receiver drops under, I think it's 86 speed, you can't put him at tight end.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that works in a nutshell.
Okay.
This guy's not share. Ooh, he's got B's in both. What'd I say?
I don't remember.
If you got B's or better in both coverages,
You just made the list.
you just made the list.
It's starting to become funny again. Wait for it.
It's the timing. It's the timing.
You keep doing something long enough, eventually you get tired of it, and then it stops being funny, but then at some point, it starts becoming funny again. It doesn't always work that way for everything, but, there is a rule somewhere in comedy where, that can definitely happen.
This breaks my heart.
What?
This guy's name is TJ Tampa.
Uh-huh.
He's a zone coverage corner.
Tampa 2 or whatever?
Yes, exactly.
And
the Tampa 2.
And you can't pick him up.
He's too fucking slow.
Yeah, I see that. He's so close, though.
I really wanted you to make the list, man.
He's not 4.49. What's it going to be for?
4.49 is 90 speed.
But he's defense. I know he has to be...
He has to keep up with 90 speed receivers. And most guys are building their teams to have 95 plus speed.
What position does he play in defense?
Corner.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah, no. As a safety, I'd be looking at this all day. Which, honestly, I can move him to safety.
I mean, how's his other stuff to allow him to play that position?
As a safety, TJ Tampa.
You just
made the list.
Oh my god, you're fucking insane.
If I get him in the 7th round and move him to safety, like, that's a win.
Oh, that's fair.
I'll take that.
Yeah. These guys are all of these guys actual current players in
college that are coming up. Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. No. So this happens every year. There are specific
they made them up
users.
like that for a while.
Huh?
They made up the names for a while.
Well, they still do. No, they still do.
Okay.
What happens is there is a way to create draft classes in Madden. So what users do is they get in there and they actually build these lists and then give them to the community for us to use in our franchises.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
No, it's dope. And I wish I knew whose we used, but it's not my franchise, so I apologize. But for every user that has made a draft class, thank you. You're the real MVP.
Yeah, no,
You're the real
for
MVP.
Sure. You're probably better than fucking...
And we officially don't need safety. So we have our draft board, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. 23 players. We have 10 picks. Or 9 picks, I'm sorry, because they took away a pick from the trade. So 10 picks.
9 picks?
Or 9 picks. And we have 23 players. So a third of these guys we need.
Yeah.
We're not going to get Marvin Harrison. We know we're not going to get Marvin Harrison. But I swear to Christ, if you have to jump on here and it is my turn to pick, and you see the name Marvin Harrison Jr. available, you take him. You don't ask me. You just take him. And when I say, why the fuck are you picking without me? You say, because I just got Marvin Harrison Jr. Bitch! Just like that. Just like that.
Because I got Marvin Harrison Jr. Bitch. I'm not practicing.
Yeah, try it again. A little deeper.
I got Marvin Harrison Jr. Bitch.
Just like that. Just like that. I fucking love you.
You baby.
Worthy, Williams are definitely my top receivers I want to look at. All of these tight ends look pretty dope. What?
No, I was just thinking about, because sorry, this is unrelated, completely unrelated to your thing. So I was talking to my brother on the phone the other day when we were at your mom's house, right? And I don't even know if I was dying laughing at some point, but I forgot to share it with you, and it just reminded me of, like, the Keegan and the Key and Peele skit, where like there's like bitch, like they were saying like, oh, I told her you bitch, and like obviously look around to make sure that she wasn't around to actually hear him, and like then you reminded me of that for what you're telling me to tell
I was
you.
already thinking of Keegan Michael Key when you were saying it.
No, yeah, and so when I was talking to Ryan about his bonfire this weekend, which is not his bonfire, but it's totally his fucking bonfire or whatever. And he says something like, to that effect, like, I'm not doing this, bitch. I'm like, you did not say that. He's like, no, I didn't say bitch. But, like, I know you, brother. You did not say that.
All right, so here's where we're going for.
I really hope she doesn't watch our stream.
Our picks are in, so hopefully we get a good amount of these guys. There are some real playmakers here that I think would be super good for us. But we will find out tomorrow night, as the draft is tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in to No Collar Entertainment. I did not see Soup on the stream.
I didn't either. I usually tell him, like, Madden doesn't count.
No. I suppose. Still mad at you. So, we are going to call it there. Thanks for sticking around with us. We had trade drama. We had free agency stuff.
Oh, I was so busy working and cooking, I didn't get a chance to talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go over that?
Just real quick. If you don't have,
well, it's okay because I might not be going after Khalil Mack because I didn't realize how desperate I was for a defensive tackle. Okay. So I'm going to see which defensive tackles are available.
I was going to say, like, just real quick that you're talking about, like, you showed me the clip from Pat McAfee's show talking about the refs, and they showed the clip where it was Indianapolis. Who are they playing again? Who are they playing?
Oh, the Browns.
Oh, God, it's even worse.
Yeah, I know.
And so, the first clip it showed, it was like, oh, that was, illegal contact or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I guess, like, he kind of had his hand in his face. And like, no, he called it on the Colts player. What?
Yeah.
The guy he ran into? How is that his fucking fault? How is that illegal? Like, I was just kind of thrown off by it. The second one that was in the end zone that wasn't really in the end zone that got called as illegal contact, I definitely see a case being made for it not being. But I can also see why they would have called it. It just sucks.
Pass interference. It was pass interference.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry, pass interference. I can see why they called it. I wish that there was more clarity on the philosophy and the on what a catch is, whatever. Since we can't actually agree on what the fuck a catch is in the NFL, which is the craziest shit in the world.
Well, you gotta take into a football move, possession.
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
Hold on, let me finish, please.
Sweetheart, I'm not trying to take away your point in that you're trying to explain what a catch is. The fact that you have to explain what a catch is when your basic 3, 4, and 5-year-old understand that principle when they don't catch a ball versus when they fucking catch a ball. That somehow grown-ass adults spanning the age ranges and income levels still haven't figured this shit out.
You kind of stepped on my punchline.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were trying to actually explain what a catch is.
No. I was going to say that you have to take into regard possession, a football move, and the spread of the game.
What the hell's the spread of the game?
You know, what you bet on.
Which gets to the larger point of what Cat McAfee was saying. Because, we can argue about what those actual fucking penalties should have been or not. Because the first one definitely was dog shit. The second one was a questionable dog shit, but questionable. But he brought up the point about why are we not paying a league in a sport that is rife with the potential for sports betting.
The referees are part-time employees.
Yeah, and probably not really even well paid. I can see being part-time. If you're getting paid hundreds of thousands or even tens of $80,000, $90,000, $60,000, even $6,000 a year, quote unquote, because you're only playing 4 or 5 months out of the fucking year. Right?
Yeah.
You're only playing probably 1 day a week. And I don't understand. It's also this part I don't get because I know that's going to be factoring into it. Is in are they playing based on the stadium? Do they travel with the team? Do they how does that determine who gets to play? Who has seniority? Blah blah blah. Who's playing in playoff games, etc. etc. I feel like there is something that should be more defined for that role. Especially as important as it is. Just to avoid because I think part of it is obviously billionaire owners don't want to not be multi-billionaires and spend a little extra few $100s or $1 million or whatever on their fucking refs every year because 1% of $1 billion is still fucking 10 million. So we can't have that. But why not though? But yeah, so that was the point I wanted to get to. I'm sorry I said on your punchline, baby.
No, you're fine.
So.
Oh, because he's a fucking linebacker. Duh.
Hi, Drogo, baby boy.
Khalil, as much as I'd like to have you for a year, it just doesn't make sense.
Is he really, holding out or something?
No, it's just I need a defensive tackle more, which is a different skill set. And there's almost no defensive tackles in the draft. There's a plethora of defensive ends that I would take. So, in that case, I got to go need.
Yeah.
Which this guy's solid for a year.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go ahead and offer him a little bit of money and see if he loves us.
Okay.
He doesn't hate it. And I'm the only one offering, so we are going to go with that. And that'll leave us $4 million left over. We'll get that back, though, so $11 million
That's
for next year at least.
I guarantee you I left my goddamn notebook at work.
We look at our salaries here.
That sucks balls. I am not going to Christ out the fucking Chicago to pick up my goddamn notebook. It's just paper. I just don't have any of those sheets anymore, which sucks because my boss is coming in tomorrow. Ah!
You heard it here first, folks.
This sucks. Well, I should have extras here, though. I don't have to worry about printing any of that shit out because my printer is not going to work.
So, that being said, let's just look forward to the next offseason as the draft is the only thing left, and then we start the next season. So, who needs to be re-signed? Buda Baker will probably have to be re-signed. I'll probably get him for a year or two. Another defensive tackle will be gone, but honestly, I'll probably just let him go. Our strong safety that is backing up Buda Baker is going to probably just go. So that right there is $17 million I'll be freeing up between the two of them. So that brings us to 28, or that brings us to 21. Andrew Beck. Fullbacks are pretty much useless, so we will be probably letting him go as
Wait,
well.
fullbacks are useless now?
It's pretty much a dead position.
Really?
Not a lot of people use fullbacks. They usually put a tight end there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Same skill set. Jonathan Greenard, probably not going to stick around, so that's another $3 million. So again, let's do the math here real quick. So we're going to try to sign Buda. We're going to have 9, 17, 20, 23, let's call it $24 million so far freed up on top of the one we had, so we're at 28 so far. He'll probably go, that's 31. Davis Mills will go, 32, we'll call it 33 to round up. Rondale Moore's going to have to get signed, that's going to be a big contract. Boone's gonna leave. We'll call that 35.
Oh shit.
36.
Oh shit. Nope, there's some more.
I kind of like to keep him, so 37 million. It's saying left over to sign the 3 players that I'm gonna want to sign.
I told you were gonna find something if you went looking.
Who do I have a defensive tackle? Might be something I have to do.
We should call it, baby.
All right, we're gonna call it here. We'll be back for the draft tomorrow. Ari's super excited. And then we will go from there and see how we want to do this. So, but right now, big trade, big things happening. Gave some scouting tips. Gave you some ideas of what you can do in regards to scouting, trading, stuff like that. So that's going to be it for us today. So for No Collar Entertainment, this is Matt.
There I am.
We're out.
Bye.